as I'm shooting this, it's April 26th, I think. We're about to do something that I don't like to do, which is fly out over open water. But there's a good reason to do it. As you may know, society has stopped moving, and there's not much demand for oil right now. So off the California coast, I live in Long Beach here, and just off the coast, there are all these oil tankers just hanging out, because nobody wants to buy the oil. So we're going to go out and we're going to see what they look like. Last I heard, there are like 30 of them. It's wild, man. And if you're thinking, that seems like a dicey idea to go over water in a helicopter that doesn't have floats, that you're not wrong. There is some measured risk to this, but to mitigate some of that risk, I've got a couple of things. Number one, I've got the doors off for easy egress if I need to land on the water. Two, I have a personal flotation device as required by law. And three, I have a personal locator beacon right here that will let the authorities know that I'm floating in the water if things go sideways. And one other thing to consider too is that as I get further off the coastline here, there's going to be, there's like a little light fog layer. So we'll see how dense that is. I'm not going to take any risks with visibility. We know how bad that can be when things go awry, but let's go see what we can see. We're going to take a look at these islands off the Long Beach coast. You may have seen them from ground level.
Long Beach Tower, TV9, Kill Beach 1200. I'd like to transition westbound the airspace. TV9 transition for Long Beach altimeter 290. Traffic is 2 miles west of position, southbound 600 helicopter. We'll be looking for that traffic. TV9.
There's traffic nearby. That's why we have the ADSB letting us know that they're off to our left side. Okay, so these islands, from the ground, they look super charming, and then from the air, they're just a bunch of kind of ugly oil production facilities. They did a smart job and a nice job in making them look pretty from the ground. Okay, so already we have some tankers and such, cargo ships, obviously, as well. And peeking out there in the fog layer, you can see them just popping up. I mean, it looks kind of spooky. Okay, so this is a cargo ship. Synergy Oakland. Do you guys like the word synergy?
Long Beach Tower, 985 Bravo Juliet at 26 right. We're ready to go. Number 8 Bravo Juliet, runway 26 right, set to take off. 26 right, clear for takeoff. 5 Bravo Juliet.
We're approaching Queens Gate here. This is entry into the harbor. So I'm going to go over here, check out this boat. I'm going to stay this side of the fog layer, because the last thing you want if you have to perform an emergency landing is to have to descend through fog. It's just bad. Currently flying at 600 feet. Ground speed is 82 miles an hour. It's a beautiful day to be out. A little warm inland, but out here over the water, it's just about perfect. Yeah, okay, I'm going to say this fog layer has a solid creep factor to it. So let's all go check out the oil-filled ghost ships that are just off the coast here. By the way, fun fact, I'm deeply afraid of deep water. It's true.
Number 17, thank you, Roger.
Jupiter Spirit.
TV9, traffic, open runway 26 right, left turn to the river, climbing out of 500.
Who named these things?
Traffic, TV9. 5 Bravo Juliet, begin southbound turn now. Left turn out, 5 Bravo Juliet.
Okay, so from the ground level, it looks like a very thick fog bank, and I'm not going to go out much further than this, but you can see straight down through it. We've got a cruise ship out here.
3785, push proof.
Regent.
Number 5 Bravo Juliet, traffic is 1 mile south of position northwest, 1,300 helicopter. Inside 5 Bravo Juliet. Thank you very much. Pass behind traffic. Roger, will do. 5 Bravo Juliet.
One thing I'm going to do here as well, as long as I'm out flying, after we're done looking at
tower, 47865 by 2 miles.
After we're done looking at some ships, I'm going to head over here to the beach, and we're just going to see if people are out at the beach. I did a whole video where I flew from Long Beach to Dana Point. That's going to come out really soon. That was one Sunday ago, so about a week ago. It's great for seeing what everything looks like, but for topical current events, there are a lot of people out at the beach, and I'm curious to see how many people are taking advantage of beach days, even though I believe that's illegal right now in California. All right. I think I found them. And I'm going to dip down here just a little bit. Let's see if we can find some more goofball oil vessel names. Morning Crystal. In the comments, let us know your favorite massive ship name. Nordic Cygnus. Cygnus with a C-Y-G-N-U-S. Wow. I mean, if you were making a movie about this is kind of, oh yeah, one kind of creepily peeking out over there to the right. You can just barely see it hiding in the fog. Ugh. Sabine. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of creepy out here. Yeah, we'll make this one a quick flight. Last I heard, there were something like 30 ships out here, or not quite, maybe like 27 or something. Nonetheless, there's a lot of oil. I wonder what the cumulative value of all the oil is out here. Polar Discovery. Ooh, let's go check out Polar Discovery. These sound like scents at the Yankee Candle Company. I like Polar Discovery, but I don't know. I feel like Cape Talon is a little bit more my style. Smells of the sea. Loop around here a little bit, just see if we can get another nice shot of the tankers hanging out here. And then I'm going to go closer to land because I really like being over there. You know what I can do? So one of the nice things about being out here is that there are no people or property on the grounds to bother, so we can get a little bit lower. I mean, granted there are ships, but I will keep a safe distance from ships. Let's get a little bit lower and see what they're like closer to the water. Keeping in mind safety and all those things that we need to keep in mind. If you're wondering, that blade slap is when you're in a descent. The blades are interacting with the air coming off of the blade in front of them. So when you're in a light descent like that, that's what it sounds like. All right, here we are at creep level. Very nice. Cape Talon. Okay, I've had enough of hanging out here over the ocean. What I am going to do, let's go over to the shoreline. I kind of need to see Long Beach and the harbor from this vantage point. I'm not usually out here like this. I've flown at the Catalina a few times, and so it's always a little weird being over open water like this, but it is beautiful. Jet skiers. Hi. All right. Safety first, no smoking. It actually says that on the ship. All right, I get it. Well, I don't suppose it's any surprise, but yeah, there's a ton of oil capacity just sort of hanging out here in the harbor and off the shore. You know it based on the news, but it's just interesting to actually see it in person. How? Hey, that one has a helipad. Cool. So there's hovering helicopter up there. I'm guessing that's a news helicopter, and I'm guessing they're covering the fact that there's a bunch of people on the beach. Let's go see how true that is. And they are 600 feet above me. I'm just skirting outside of Los Alamitos airspace. Wow, you can really feel the temperature change all of a sudden. And I believe that would explain why there's this fog layer here, which is fairly light here, but if it gets worse, I'm going to avoid it by going a little bit inland. And what do we have here? Yeah, I think we've got beachgoers. Like a lot of beachgoers. Almost like more beachgoers than you would justify based on the day. All right, well, looks like it's getting a little bit foggier. I'm going to go inland. We've gotten our peak at the beach. We've gotten our peak at the oil ships. If there's anything else you guys would like to see specifically, let me know in the comments. I always appreciate them. Thanks for flying with me. Stay safe. See you next one.